I gotta put that bitch together. Get my change.
Oh, that's
How would you?
oh.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utah Utes offense will get the first crack at it here. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. Slithers into space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Utes in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes. To break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Wilkins. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Utes have this offense rolling. They'll go to the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Back to pass on second down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Hicks. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt, and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time today. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the ground game. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Cyclones, after ripping off that huge... Let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Nice grab in traffic. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Cyclones line up punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. Think about the Big 12 conference. It just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're going to need to get some... Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Cyclones, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Dropping back, it's Travis. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the 1st.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Touch pass on the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the ground, it's Upshaw. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Caught behind the line. It's Demania. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires left. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And those are tough passes when you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hendricks. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the lone running back. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. He's looking to pass. Oh, they're after him. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll go to the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Back to pass, it's Travis. Got it set up on the outside. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to keep it in the air. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Got it back on second and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down to possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's going for the big play. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's first and 10 from just inside the 40. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on on the play. Brings up third down.
Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Utes will send out the punt unit.
Timeout, Iowa State.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it past the marker. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
On target over the middle. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Off play action. He's got it. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Utes headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Loss of 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough... defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Looking downfield, it's Travis. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll be... But not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up.
Touchdown, Iowa State! Stealing a score on special teams. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hendricks. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught In the backfield, it's Wilkins.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Utes want to pick up the tempo. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And the ball's out there after it. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll... possession.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late. You want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And the Cyclones moving quickly to the line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing.
He's got it on the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Upshaw. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Quarterback making checks. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking for a man. It's Travis. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. He might want another play. To the air, it's Travis. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Cyclones! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Utes are in the hurry-up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He caught it. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And the Utes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the...
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utes!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
To the air, it's Travis. Got his man. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Going to try to get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We can kick them in the face.
Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Back to pass, it's Travis. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's got an open man, and he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.